All right, guys, welcome back to the Hooligan Hangout, your most favorite place to be. This week we are watching, or we did watch, the presumable finale of the Fast and Furious franchise. Hint, it's not the finale. Fast X, directed by Louis Leterrier, starring Vin Diesel, of course, Michelle Rodriguez, and our villain, Jason Momoa. At this point, you should know what these movies are about, but here's a little synopsis if you don't. Over many missions and against impossible odds, Dom Toretto and his family have outsmarted and outdriven every foe in their path. Now they must confront the most lethal opponent they've ever faced. Fueled by revenge, a terrifying threat emerges from the shadows of the past to shatter Dom's world and destroy everything and everyone he loves. This is going to be non-spoiler first, just our quick initial thoughts, and then we will get into heavy spoilers. So, where do you want to start, Anthony?
Probably this. I'll say the same thing that probably every reviewer has said about this movie, and that it's just another Fast and Furious movie. Like, it just whatever you think is going to happen is exactly what happens. Like, you're in for exactly what you think you're in for. It just look at the past 5 movies, and it's the same thing. You know, there's nothing different. Just different scenery, different explosions.
Different action set pieces.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, I'll say what just happened. Sorry. I will say there is not much. I don't know what more they could do. Like to preference this, I haven't seen all the movies, but I can still say 9 movies. Any franchise, really, 9 movies. I don't know what more you could do.
That's a lot, and they still have 2 more.
Yeah, and just the narrative. Well, I guess we'll go into cons. The narrative just felt very lackluster. The dialogue, I guess, writing was just very, very corny. At the point where I predicted some of the lines, I said it before they said it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, he actually said it, type thing. A lot of plot convenience. And I'm sorry, my boy Vin Diesel, you suck, dude. You're not that good of an actor, bud.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Dang, I'll take
constructive criticism. You need to get in. I think he could do a serious role, but he needs to actually get into that show's range because, my brother, these movies are killing your career, dog. I mean, you're getting jobs for sure, but I mean, I just don't think he's getting the respect that he would get if he did other projects.
Dang, yeah, I can see that. I thought I think he's played the same character for the past 25 years, something like that. So
yeah.
At this point, he just has to be himself to play the character, you know?
It's I
feel like he portrays his character perfect because it's his character now.
It's just like the Rock syndrome.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Which
I don't think he does bad in it. I just think that's it. That's all I've seen him do, so.
And there's just a lot of and I get it. This is a franchise. It's a preference, and it's what the movies are. But there's just a lot of wackiness going on. You know what I mean? A lot of wacky stuff that's just complete nonsense, to be honest.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I can't say any spoilers, but there's moments where I'm just scratching my head, how, what, what the heck is going on?
Talking about the action sequences.
Yeah, or some decisions that were made, or there's a lot of the way it was edited. There's a lot of scene breaks, or not a lot, but there's a couple scene breaks, and there's just kind of awkward ways to transition.
Yeah,
and with the dialogue, just stuff like that, and I'm just what, why, or why do you need to include that?
I agree.
But I guess oh, sorry, go ahead.
Plot armor is next level. I mean, Last Days of American Crime level plot armor here.
And even though we haven't seen the other movies, like we watched a recap, and even the recap telling you like who dies, and most of the
Comes back.
time, yeah, they come
Um,
right back.
yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. So it's hard to like be invested heavily if you just like are and worried about someone dying if they're probably not gonna die
yeah.
or they're gonna come back.
My thing is like, it's just it would be different if I'm going to use Dom for this example. It would be different if he was put into situations where he made it out alive, with plot armor. It'd be different, but no, he isn't put into these situations. He doesn't have to deal with. He purposely goes into things that a normal person would never come out of, like just the stupidest things. And it's not really a big spoiler, but I'll tell you one example. It was in the very beginning of the movie. He's chasing a bomb. It's like rolling, like it's just this huge bomb rolling down the street, and he's chasing it, and he's like, you know what? And it's destroyed like 30 cars on the way. It's like gone over and toppled 30 cars. He's like, I think I know how to stop this, and he puts his car right in front of it. Like it's just like stupid decisions like that. Like, come on.
Yeah,
And then it doesn't hurt his car. You know what I mean?
there's a lot of choices like that, and like I said, I get it. It's very entertaining and it's a little wacky at times, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess.
yeah.
I will say though, it is entertaining. Like that
It's
movie
super
flew
fun to
by.
watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It really is.
Yeah,
But from like a movie structure and just like a cinematic standpoint, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cinematic.
I also think that just I lost my train of thought. I got distracted with something out my window.
You lost your train. Is there any trains in Fast and Furious? Because that'd be
What were
cool.
we talking about?
The movie, the bomb.
Oh, okay. We were saying how it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I think the action scenes, which is the whole movie, they're very very impressive. Like I can't even imagine how much this movie cost to make. Because I mean, every explosion and everything was like perfect for me. Like it was impressive.
Yeah, you're getting what you pay for. I mean, it
Yeah,
is it is very action heavy,
yeah,
and I guess that leads me into cons too. I mean, pros more is um I also think it was pretty comedic. Like it was genuinely there was some pretty funny jokes.
yeah,
And like the chemistry between the characters is pretty good. Between the group with like Roman and Tej. That's like good enough where it's pretty like they play off each other. It's pretty funny. I think I think it works pretty well. And obviously they've probably been doing that for a while, but
yeah.
their chemistry works.
I agree. I think the whole movie, if you take out the plot of the movie, I think it was solid. I think it was really good. Yeah.
What would you mean?
Like
If you take out the story, the movie's good.
if you don't consider the plot, I'm just talking about everything else in the movie. Then I mean it's great.
So
You know?
you're saying it has the makings, it has the
Yes.
talent, the makings of a
I
good
think if the
movie.
story was written better, it could be a great movie.
I'll preface this. I'll preface this by saying I think it would be a good action movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really weak. But I will say, however, Jason Momoa was totally a standout.
I
He
was just
was
about to say the
so
same thing.
good
Yeah,
about
he did
as the villain.
amazing.
He was
Yeah.
so you could tell he's having a lot of fun with the
He loves
character.
that role. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I saw
and
I was watching a review on it and someone described it as it's like Jason Momoa wanted to play Joker but never could, so this is the closest he could get. And that's a good description. Like,
yeah,
yeah, he
he's
did great.
very. He's also very wacky. He fits the universe well.
Yeah.
He's very wacky. Um, there's a lot of high stakes with him. Like they made it clear early on not to mess with him. He's that type of
Yeah,
villain, and it's crazy. But and of course the acting talent is all. The acting talent is great. It's all there. It's all there. They got all the talent there. It's just
yeah.
the writing, man. I can't get over the writing for some of the lines and the characters. It's just not it. And then okay. Last thing from me, like for non spoiler, it's a con real quick. It's going back to my Vin Diesel thing. His line delivery sometimes, man, it cracks me up, dude. It
Like
just
what?
makes me laugh. Um, it's kind of a spoiler. Like there was a scene with him and this other woman, and they were talking, and she's all like upset and talking about her problem, and he just goes into like, yeah, well, that's what family's for, like shit like that, and I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about, dog? It's the way he brought it up so fast. I don't know. It was crazy,
That's funny.
but yeah, that's what I got for our non-spoiler. What about you? Anything else?
No, nothing else. The other thing I was just gonna say is this appeals to a specific audience, and to that audience, this I think this movie was amazing. You know, if you're part of that specific audience that this appeals to, the franchise in general, then I think you'll love it.
I
I'm just
agree. I
not one of
agree.
those people.
No, I'm not either. But you know what? That's okay. It's not cinema is an interpretation. It's not for all of us, and this is just our opinion. So remember that before you leave some type of hate comment. Honestly, please explain to me if you really love the movie. Explain what you loved about it. Leave that in the comments. Would you recommend?
Uh, if you like Fast and Furious, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're just
You
like,
like?
hey, let's go watch a movie this weekend, no, I would not recommend that
Yeah,
one.
I agree. Yeah. Um. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure if you're on our podcast platform, leave a review for us, please. We really want to read your reviews and see if and see what we're give us constructive criticism. We also want to see what we did wrong on, we can improve on, stuff like that. Make sure you look at the description
Mostly
for all.
Noah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you don't have to mention me.
From yeah, Anthony can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Make sure you look at all links in the description for our socials and our merch store. We have some new merch for the summer. Check it out and say hi to your mom for us. We'll see you later. Unless you're staying for the spoiler review, which starts right now. Man, I can't believe Jason Momoa painted his fingernails and then just straight up died and ran out the chopper. What a dubious flex.
Nice. Can I just talk about? I know this is skipping to the very end,
You're
but
good. You're good.
that's all I can think about.
We'll take your time about
It
that.
basically they want us to think everybody dies at the end.
Dude, none of them died.
It's safe to say not a single person died.
I
Not a
think the
single.
thing that I think the thing that pisses me off more is the whole plane crash. The whole plane crashed in the side of a mountain, and as soon as it crashed, I was like, "They're not dead."
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's so lame.
Or when he drove off the dam, or
Yes, and
like okay.
into the ocean, and then their doors were opened, and then him and his son got out, and they're just standing there.
Also, you know what else? This okay. I don't know why my brain works this way, but I can sure I can believe with all the crazy explosions and stunts and everything that they do. Fine, it's a movie, but for some reason I just can't get over the fact that they want us to believe that these cars will keep going after these explosions. You know,
Yeah,
like now I guess that I work around cars, I realize you drive over a rock that's too big and the whole car will shut down. You know, and you want me to think it's gonna survive an explosion and then keep going
but
perfect,
Anthony,
perfectly fine.
they make modifications to the cars.
Okay.
modification. they, they really add the nitro button from the games.
Yeah.
That's
The
so funny.
the missile car was cool. The cannon car.
The cannon car, yeah, but they want us to think it can withstand like a tank or something, and it can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's stuff like that. That's like I get it's not supposed to be the most realistic thing, but I can't take it serious, bro.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Or when the wheels are always on fire. Like if I drive over a nail, my whole tire's gone. Like I get that, yeah, they have better cars, modifications, all that, better tires, but like
No,
the
you're
cars
just
are gonna blow up and survive.
you're justified for that though.
So I don't know.
It's kind of strange,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right. The ending, that was one of my cons too. Is the freaking cliffhanger. 'Cause that's when I was like, oh my gosh, he's actually making a freaking trilogy. He's actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then the his wife escaped the prison, and it's in Antarctica, and you're expecting me to believe that they just walked across Antarctica until they saw a submarine
Yeah.
out of nowhere. I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. But even then, like Brie, honestly, was Brie Larson's character even that important?
What did she do in the second half of the movie?
She helped break Letty out of prison, I guess.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
actually, no. She, I mean, kind of. She only did one thing.
Uh, I, don't know. I think so. I think it was a good little side side story, to distract us from the main thing.
It was
Not
crazy.
all about it. She was important to that side story, so
That's fair. I was gonna say I didn't think. I almost forgot towards the end that they forgot about her story because
what? So,
at the end I almost forgot they forgot about Letty's story because she escaped the prison like halfway through the movie, and then at the end I was waiting like it did the cliffhanger and it went to black, and I was literally about to be like, well, what happened to your wife? And then it cut back in to show her, and I was like, oh, okay, well, at least they tied it up a little bit for the next part. But I don't know, honestly, because I remember when this movie. I don't know if you remember, but I remember the first director to this movie had like creative differences and stuff, and so
mhm.
he left. And honestly, I don't blame him. They probably were telling him this crap, and he was like, "This is so stupid. Why are you doing
Which
this?"
did I leave on?
This one,
Oh, this is. Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah, they had to replace the director.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
This is so stupid. This movie's gonna fail. No, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine.
The thing is, it won't fail though, because it's gonna make its money.
Yeah, and I did look it up. Its budget was $340 million.
How much is that compared to something else?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was $250 million.
Oh yeah, I believe that. This had a lot more go into it.
I believe it too, with all the action sequences that they had.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure a lot of it was practical effects too. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of stunt doubles, a lot of stunt doubles.
Hmm.
But oh, I don't know. There's
I okay. You know what? Actually, one thing I did like was the scene when Jason Momoa and Vin Diesel were racing.
that was pretty cool.
That was a cool scene. That scene just seemed grounded compared to the rest of the movie because it's you're just racing in cars and yeah, add explosions, but the explosions made sense. That's something I could
They're
see
justified.
really happening.
That yeah, I did appreciate that because they went back to their roots
Yeah,
of like the first what made the first movie pretty good.
right. So I really liked that. Um, and I don't know why. I mean, I should have expected it, but when he killed that first person in the car, I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, dang, he really did it. I didn't think he was gonna do it.
I didn't think he was gonna do it.
I don't know why, but
That poor dude, bro.
I know.
But I also think I actually it was kind of obvious, but I actually like the plot twist with the other guy actually being
Yeah.
an associate of Dante's character, Jason Momoa's character. But it was funny to me. It was weird how he came about it though. Like one minute he was like in his like CIA intelligence airplane, and he was like giving information. The next minute he's on the ground with the bazooka blowing up the dam, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
But stuff like that. I don't know. He's a nice villain. I don't know if he's like too compelling. But he's got he's got a little more to him, you know.
Mhm.
And obviously, these next movies are gonna be, I don't know what better, but they're gonna be bigger at the very least.
So what is the Rock's character? Because I know he is originally this cop that were trying to like chase him down, but then he like joined the team and they didn't even mention him. So
No, I don't think he ever joined the team. From what I gather, he kind of made a deal with them as a cop. Like he was like, if you do this for me, like I won't take you to prison. Basically, like you'll be off all your charges.
which is that's crazy too. I feel like these people are terrorists at that point. The most wanted men in the world, and you're just gonna let them off the hook. I don't think that's how that works.
These
But
these
okay.
people are tourists at that point. I will say one last pro. That's funny. I will say one last pro though. They did film on location in Rome. Like that was pretty cool.
If I'm what in Rome, the whole thing?
No, like I mean, just the first part of the movie. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Vatican. Well, actually, that brings me back to the whole bomb thing. The bomb thing as a ball, physics was not on its side. There was parts
No,
where it should have stopped rolling, bro, but it didn't.
100%.
It didn't make
And
any
it just
sense.
immediately like took the right path to the Vatican. Like it stopped. It stopped. It finally stopped for a second.
I didn't think about that. Was it remote controlled, or were we just dumb?
No, it was not.
Okay, it wasn't. I'm not. Okay. And
No,
then they pushed it into the ocean, and then still blew up the Vatican.
yeah. I kind of wish I want to see what it would have looked like because if the explosion was that huge and that was underwater, I wanted to see what it was like on land.
Homie wanted to kill people.
It would have been like a nuclear explosion. Like,
An
jeez.
atomic bomb, dude. What did you think about the cameos?
Like which ones?
I think there's only two. What did you see? There was two or three. There's like two or three.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember. Who'd you see?
Debbie Ryan. I saw Debbie Ryan. That was a weird one.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah. There's a big cameo everyone's hating on.
Who?
What do you mean who you should know?
Who's not? Who's everyone hating on?
The guy you see before Roman and Tej start fighting on the floor, and then Han takes that the drug muffin.
Oh, that was. I can't remember. Also, that was another thing. He took the drug muffin, and it only lasted like 30 seconds. I feel like. What happened to that?
You know why? It's because they cut the scene so damn fast.
Probably. Wait, who was it? I don't remember.
It was Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah. His character was weird. That was a weird. Yeah.
That was a good role for him. I'm
I don't care.
going off on a tangent just a little bit because we're almost done. But do you like Pete Davidson? Like, you have a problem with him?
No, I think it's fine.
Every single time I see a post or like a news article or something about him, like, oh, he's in this movie, or oh, he made this show, or he did this, almost all the comments are shitting on him.
Really?
And I don't understand. I don't just like they'll just be like, "Oh, haha, he's not funny," or like, "Oh, he's not even that good of an actor." Like just random like hate,
What?
dude.
I
They
like
drink
him.
their haterade, bro,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting there like, "Dog, what did he do to you, bro?"
Yeah,
Like
for real.
seriously, like he's not that bad a person.
Yeah, I like him.
Just yeah, I don't get it. I feel like it's just unwarranted hate, but to each their own.
So who's the third cameo?
I'm sorry. Please remind me in the comments. The Dom's mom is someone really popular. I don't remember her name though.
I had to hold on. Let me look at her.
And honestly, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't because if it's a cameo, that means she wasn't in the other movies, but or she might not have been in other movies. But that'd be weird if this was the first movie that his mom showed up. I don't know. I think it's like Mary Soul something, something like
I
that.
can't find it.
That's okay.
I probably know who it is. I have a terrible memory. I didn't even remember Pete Davidson. So,
Okay,
but
man, you're good. You're good. But yeah, it's kind
this,
of random though.
when I was watching recaps, uh, I don't know if it was the last movie or the second to last movie. Did you know Kevin Hart was in the movie? In one of them?
In one of them.
Yeah, it was Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was just like, of course.
They're always together.
Uh,
Sorry, that was yawn. But anything else about this movie in particular?
no. What would you rate it?
Honestly, now that we talked about it and we let it off our chest a little, I think I'd have to give it like a 5.5.
Yeah, I was gonna go with a 6 or 7.
I was originally gonna go with a 6, but I've got to put it lower. We talked a lot of shit, personally.
I'll go with the 6.5 because, like, I don't really enjoy it, but and the story was pretty weak. But I just have to give it to them on the action scenes. Like it's almost flawless.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they do amazing.
it's entertaining. It's very cool to see
Yeah,
all of
and
the set
they didn't go
pieces
to
and action
space,
action.
so kept it on Earth.
That's another issue. That's another
So
thing I can get into. I'm not
I'm
going
good
to.
with that.
Yeah.
But I'll do 6.5. You said 5.5.
Yeah, average is
Yeah,
6.
6.
Yeah, that's
Not bad,
okay.
I guess.
I guess.
Thumbs
But
up.
that yeah sums it up. That's about it. Make sure you leave, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, links in the description, all our socials, and say hi to your mom for us. We will see you next week. Later.